Hi, Annie Copps here, food editor, very famous food editor with Michael Schlow, who is the chef and owner of many restaurants, including Radius, where we are right now in downtown Boston. This is your first baby.
Yes.
I think of it as your sophisticated, elegant,
It's been open almost 10
French,
years.
yeah, Asian-inspired
Yeah, it's
food.
modern French food.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no ingredients that are off limits here. Everything's fair game.
So maybe ground beef? Is that something you would ever
Oh,
consider
ground beef is
serving
absolutely,
here at
yes.
Radius?
Is there anything more sophisticated than ground beef?
Michael, do you have a cookbook?
You know, it's funny you ask that, Annie. I happen to have a cookbook out, and the burger's in it.
What's the name of the
The
cookbook?
book is called It's About Time, as if you didn't know. So the burger, you know, I never even had a burger on a menu at a restaurant before, but this picture that was captured in the book
Yeah.
really just got everybody, and they said, why don't you put it on the...
Gorgeous.
And, yeah, I think it's the best picture in the book of a hamburger. You know, here we are, this 4-star restaurant, and we're becoming known for hamburgers.
Yeah.
So we have people call up for, 20 and 30 to go at lunch. My cooks
20 or 30 burgers
to
to
go,
at
they bring it
lunch?
back to their offices. And
Wow.
so my chefs, who are these well-trained, sophisticated chefs, great cooks, and there's a burger now.
You know,
Thank
you mentioned burger in this restaurant.
And they just
You're
pop
out
it.
of magic.
Thank you very much. That looks pretty good.
What are we looking at?
Well, there's a couple things that I think are important in
Yeah.
the burger world. One is your burger to bun ratio. Nobody gets more mad than I do than when you get this big fat bun and this
Yeah.
little tiny puck
Yeah.
of a hamburger.
Yeah.
So you notice that the buns are made here at Radius. They're called a milk
Really?
bun. Yep, we make our own buns. It's got crispy
Beautiful.
onions, horseradish black pepper sauce, and really good cheddar cheese on it as well.
Oh, man.
And the other trick to this, there's two tricks. One is every burger gets a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in it, so if you like your burgers cooked a
Yeah.
little bit more than medium rare or medium, they'll still stay really, really juicy. And the other
Nice.
trick is to start it on the grill, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each side, and put it into a low temperature oven, which is sort of a hallmark of what we do
Yeah.
in a lot of our restaurants. If you're doing this at home and you're cooking it outside, what I do is I start it on the grill, and then I put it up on the top shelf and close the door. If you have one of those kinds of grills where you have a
Sure,
close the door, and just turn the heat down to really low or off, and that'll capture and create like a low temperature oven for you.
Do you still need to let it rest?
Well, you do, but not as long. The worst thing is to
Yeah.
take a hamburger right off the grill, put it on the bun, and eat it, and then all this juice comes out, and everybody
Right.
thinks that's the juiciest hamburger I've ever had in my life.
Right.
No, it's
The
not.
third bite.
Yeah, the third bite is dry as
Dry as-
can be. You
yeah.
gotta let meat rest a little bit. So this rests only about 3 or 4 minutes, where I think a regular hamburger probably about 6 or 7. But you want me to hold that while you take a big
Well,
bite?
no, you know, it's exactly because you're talking about it, I can smell it, and I've got to get this into Mama's mouth now. Although, I'm
You can
not
do
su-
it.
Oh, I can do
Press
it.
down, and I know you can do this. You're gonna be so happy.
Oh, my God.
And it should be a mess, right? Should be a little tiny dainty hamburger. This is a,
I'm not a tiny, dainty girl. That is delicious.
do you like it?
I love it.
Good. Someday I'll build a burger
Someday.
restaurant. Someday.
Well, for now, the only place you can get the Michael Schlow, Fantastico, Rachel Ray competition award-winning burger is here at Radius.